Getting my own apartment was a big thing, and you know, we practiced twice a day during the practice camp, the training camp, but then I had to get...
I was hoisting enough shots to get to 30. Hold on, I gotta lean back. No, it was actually felt really good.
Hey guys, this is Jeff of Fluent American, and we are taking a look at Dirk's speech in American English. One thing we're going to find is that, I mean, he really does, I think, speak very well and very naturally, and we're going to talk about some of the reasons why. I think it's helpful, though, to kind of compare where he started from when he first arrived in the U.S. around 1998, 1999.
Getting my own apartment was a big thing, and you know, we practiced twice a day during the practice camp, the training camp, but then I had to get...
One of the things you'll notice is that his speech is very flat in terms of pitch changes, which are so crucial to sounding like a native speaker in English because English is stress timed. It's difficult to identify stresses in his words. Things are much more monotone when he's speaking here. Same thing with like intonation patterns are a little bit flat as well, so not enough rising, not enough falling, and things like that. There's also not enough separation between words, possibly because the vowel sounds just aren't being held long enough. You know, a key thing for sounding natural in English is making sure that your vowels are pronounced very clearly. Compare that to how he's speaking now.
What to expect? The guys are like, hey, we're giving you every ball and just, you know, have fun and do what you do and score the ball. And I tried.
Yeah, I mean, I think the difference is very noticeable. And I think this is also really helpful just for people who are learning languages to consider. You know, he's starting a little bit later. You know, he's starting around 20 years old, really starting to focus more on pronunciation and things like that. You know, you don't have to be a teenager or a kid to improve your pronunciation, improve your accent. You know, even adults can do this as well. Also consider, though, he's also living in an environment where he's speaking with native speakers, which is also super helpful. There are also a couple of little sounds in his speech that to me sound a little bit less native-like.
Know what to expect. The guys are like, hey, we're giving you every ball and just, you know, have fun.
So again, the schwa sound, it's a super relaxed sound in English. It's like, again, like in fun. Compare that to how it sounds here.
And just, you know, have fun. And
don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Another similar schwa sound, but.
I got a little colder, but it was a blast.
So again, key with the schwa, just raising that mid back of your tongue higher, but the very back of your tongue is down, and the front of your tongue is down, and your mouth is super relaxed. Again, it's just like Another sound too is this ow sound, ow, like in found or about. Compare that to how he says it here. It could just be a little bit clearer on the ow sound, maybe starting with your mouth a little bit wider, starting with your also the back of your tongue a little bit higher. Ow.
Yeah, you know, that's what it's all about.
Also, of course, R sounds, which can be tricky for many language groups coming into English because the American R, again, is so strong. Compare how he says the word floor, for instance, floor.
Act off the floor and be professional off the floor as well as on the floor.
So again, just notice the difference between floor.
Act off the floor and be professional off the floor as well as on the floor.
Hey, really quick, looking for daily pronunciation practice and feedback? You need to be in our pronunciation group on Telegram. Take a look at patreon.com/fluentamerican for more details. Another sound that can be a little bit particular to American English is the ah sound, ah like in cat. For this ah sound, what you're doing is you're opening your mouth wide and you're kind of pulling at the sides of the corners of your lips, pulling them back a little tense. And the back of your tongue is down and the front of your tongue is down. The middle of your tongue is a little bit high. In fact, you should be able to see the middle of your tongue in your mouth when you say this. Ah. So again, it could be a little bit stronger here with blast. You don't want it to become like a blast, more blast.
Older, but it was a blast being out there competing.
And lastly, I wouldn't even say, you know, this isn't necessarily something wrong. It's just noticing kind of difference between like a light L sound and a dark L sound. So like a L, like you see, for instance, in a word like light. But compare that to when you have an L that's a dark L. So for instance, in a word like pull, where for that dark L sound, you don't actually need to make contact with the tip of your tongue and the top of your mouth. Compare, for instance, how he says ball.
So yeah, I got a little emotional there. I actually shot a ball after that.
So notice that he's pronouncing this more with a light L, where that L is really clear, ball. But a lot of times for native speakers, you're often going to hear that L become like a dark L sound. So again, instead of bald, you'll often just hear ball, ball. But again, this isn't a mistake, it's just kind of a tendency. So overall, I hope you can really see the growth in his pronunciation. I think he sounds super natural. He does a great job at identifying stresses, sounding really effortless when he's speaking. The pitches are good. The linkings in general seems really appropriate. I think overall he speaks very naturally in English. Have other people you'd like to see analyzed? Be sure to let us know in the comments.